Right, so I'm back out again. Loading the car. There's my bike. And there's my trailer. So I'm just, I kept the wheel on. I'm just going to put it all together, but it's so easy. Right, so I've got my trailer on and I've got everything apart from the kitchen plumbing sink. So I've loaded it up to see how I go on, to see what I can and cannot carry. I've brought all sorts with me what I wouldn't normally bring. I've put my panniers on and I've put my military bag on, my sleeping bag. The only thing with that is it's so big and bulky, but it's such a lovely thing to sleep in. So I'm going to make my way up through the forestry and see how I go on. I have ordered myself an off-road wheel and an off-road tyre, but they didn't come in time, so hopefully they'll be here for next time. So this is an experiment to see how we go on. Better wish us luck. Just stop for some water. I've come up some quite steep hills and it pulls and fantastic. I don't know what else to say. Really smooth, no bouncing. My bike's really well geared for it, so I'm really pleased. So I'm just gonna take my sleeping bag off here. I'm going to strap it in there as a bit of an experiment and see how it travels. But I've just come down some steep hills, long steep hills, and I didn't brake, and I thought, oh, let's see what happens. Just so straight and smooth. Really delighted. I did look at one of these a long time ago for my other e-bike, but it wouldn't fit. They don't do the special axle to fit. But my other e-bike had tow this fantastic because it's a lot bigger motor, it's got a lot more power, and it's a great bike for carrying. It's just off the road at the moment. It's a great bike for carrying, and that's one what I'd normally use for coming outdoors. But it's a lot heavier than this one, and this one gets me to a lot of places the other one won't, because I can lift it over stairs and lift it over gates and one thing or another. But I just wish I could get this trailer on my other bike. Oh yeah, let's see how we go with that. This kickstand is fantastic. You can alter the height of it, so I've got it to suit my bike, and you just being able to stand your bike up, it's brilliant. So my comment about my sleeping bag being on the back, I don't like it. I thought it would have carried better with it being directly over the wheel, but I found my front end, my handlebars, was a bit more twitchier, and I felt my trailer wasn't running, was a bit more jittery. I like the idea of the weight being on the front, but I don't like the view with my bag on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lower my cradle. I'll drop my cradle so it's more vertical, and my sleeping bag's out here rather than being on the top, and see how we go at that. Right, I'm going to get sorted. Right, I need to just tidy up properly, sort all that out, but I'm just going to have my dinner. So I've got my hammock and a bigger tarp up this time. I've just made a bit of a porch with some sticks, look, dead sticks I cut down. Tied them off down there. This tarp I can do a lot with this one. I've even got doors on it, so if it was really blowing, I can lower this down, shut the two ends, and same at the other end. the other side and have my hammock inside a tent. So I'm all set up nicely under there. Oh, that's lovely. Got a salad there which I made at home, and underneath got some grapes and strawberries. I've got a bad habit in here, a pork pie. So I've been trying to eat a lot more regularly. I used to weigh 17 stone 11. That was about 7 weeks ago, and this morning I was 16.01, and before I used to get up, I'd have a couple of slices of toast in the morning, then I wasn't bothered about anything all day long, and I could eat on a night with encouragement from my daughter and son. Well, we've all been doing it together, but Annabelle's were doing it first, and they're both doing tremendously well. So she's been helping me with my food, and I get up now and I try and eat every 2 hours. So I'll have breakfast, then I'll have a snack about 10 o'clock, might be just a banana or some fruit or something, then I have some dinner. Just might be soup or a bit of salad or something. Then tea time, or in the afternoon I'll have another snack. Then tea time I'll have my tea. Then I have a dessert, which is generally fruit and a meringue and a yoghurt, you know, one of them Activia gut yoghurt things. One of them. And then I get so happy if I've got enough calories left to have 2 slices of brown wholemeal bread as toast, and have them about 9 o'clock. And that's my treat to myself. And everything what I eat, I weigh, and I've been counting all the calories and everything. And it hasn't been 2 months, and I've gone from 17.11 to 16.1, and I've never been hungry, and I'm doing it so easy, and I'm eating really, really well. So I'm going to have this, and then I know what I'm making for my tea. I'm not going to want it. There's a better view under there, look. Loads of room. And then what it also has, it has pull-outs. See these? So I made some bars out of bows and out of arrows, and they sit on the top and pull out here, and then attach that to the arrow, and then this prusik knot which I did here, I can alter the tension and I can pull them out like that, so you get even more room. Or if you have this lower to the ground like a tent, you can pull them out at the side, and it gives you so much room. I don't know if it's a train coming or a vehicle. No, it's a train. I didn't think they were running today, because where I parked my car was nobody in there. The car park was empty. Oh, it is a train coming round. There's a goods train. Ha! No carriages on it. Let's see if I can get us down so we can see it. Can you see what? It's because the railway's shut today. It threw me then when I had the train, because I thought it was closed. But that's why the train, it's only a little goods thing. It ain't got people on it. Right, so I'm just making myself a cup of tea. And I don't know if you can see them 3 sticks. They're sort of in the corners. So what it does, it puts your flame comes up the middle like a chimney, and the logs burn from the inside out. And that'll last about 20 minutes. And the beauty of it is you don't have to keep throwing sticks in. But I can feed sticks in through there, through the top, or through that side there. Get sticks like that. You know, you can just feed them in. Put some acorns in there as well. We're boiling. Gonna go put the milk back in the fridge. Well, quite happy with myself. So, in there, I'm not going to get it all out, there is another firebox stove, one of these. Well, this is actually 2 connected together. In my last video, this is 2 separate stoves, and I've connected them together to make one big stove. And I was going to use this, which is why I brought it. But the problem is, when I put my big tin on the top, it's difficult to maintain a high heat for a long time. So I thought I must be able to do something with this. So I've joined these 2 together, and these are the exhaust flaps. Helps exhaust the gases out. So I dropped that, and then I put the base in, but when I sat my big tin on the top like that, it was flexing the sides out. So what I've been able to do is put in 2 of these fire sticks, and they've acted like a brace. So that will go on there. Shit. I need to go see if I've left something by my hammock. I'm short of something. I hope I haven't left it at home. I have a big one of these, which sits halfway in there. And then I can put that tin on the top. Because I've made this tin into an oven. This is just a normally tin. But I've got this. That could go in there. Let me see if this fits. No, all I've done is put that in there. Let's see if it fits. It does. And then while I've done this, I can keep feeding my sticks from the back and in to maintain the heat under there, because we're going to make, well, I'm going to make a lemon drizzle cake in the woods. While I'm getting my tin ready, let me show you my secret ingredient. Rocks. So what I do with them, I put them all in the bottom of the tin like that, and it helps soak up all the heat and stops my stuff burning. I don't know if this will do the job, but I don't know unless I do it, and I'm here, so we're going to do it. And if it all ends up sticking, I'm going to eat it anyway. And these tins normally come with plastic catches, Anyway, I had to get some metal ones and change them. And then I drilled in a cooker thermometer. It does work, but it gets all sooted up and that lot, so you can't bloody tell what temperature it is. So I guess I cheated on this one as well. On one of my other videos I made a cake and it worked really, really well. But this one, I needed to whisk up a load of butter in it. And I haven't got an electric whisk to bring out here. So I pre-made it at home. So it's all in there. I've had it with these freezer things in there. And I've got some smoothies and some lemon drizzle topping to go on. While that's warming up, let me show you my baking gloves, because this tin gets hot. These are what I use. Look at the fingertips. They're what I use for taking the lid off, because it just gets... I could imagine that if that were my fingers. Let's get the party started. Oh. Well, this is easier said than done. Get it in. Boy, oh boy. Right then, I'll bring you back in 40 minutes. Might as well get a cup of tea on at the same time. Well, my temperature gauge is going round, and at the moment it's reading, be buggered if I know. I can imagine the back half of the cake being cooked and not the front. Let's have a look. Oh. Look at that. Look in there. That's cooked. Let me get some water on to make some what? Lemon drizzle. That's boiling. Ooh. Put some water in that cup to wash it out from the icing, but I've dropped that little thing of custard in it and it'll heat it up at the same time. I don't want to waste the water. Oh shit. I'm going to have it out my cup because my mug has only had icing in it. Oh god, it's hot. God, this smells good. Look at that. Look at that. And the bottom's not burnt. Right, let's see. Yeah. This is an absolute success. Oh, it's really good. Really lemony. I'm gonna enjoy this, so see you all later. So I've been getting ready for night time because it gets darker under the trees than it does out there. So I had some cordage with me, so I've opened my tarp out on one side. Can you see? Been able to get my bike and trailer in. So I'll just put a bowline on there and a trucker's half hitch just loosely around that tree. Hung my line there to try and keep it tidy. So that's that side. And then so I've got my trailer there as well, all underneath. All under. So I just did, there's a bowline on the end and a marlin spike through there. Trucker's half hitch. I've just put that above that knot because anywhere else, if the line had dropped, it would have just slackened. So it's not going to harm the tree. It's not tight or anything. And I've just got that corner and just attached it around there because I had nowhere to fasten it to. That's where I put my cake, in my tin, just for creepy crawlies. And then later on I've got some silver foil in my bag. I'm gonna take it all out and do it properly, you know, cover it all up, and I can heat that up and have it tomorrow, but not with custard because I ain't got any. I've got some rice pudding. I've just lifted that cake out the tin just to wrap it up. The tin's not burnt. Now there's the bottom of the cake. Right then, so what I've done, I've put my stove into a different configuration now. And I can set a pan nicely on there. And I can feed it from here. And if I put two of my shorter sticks on, I can put my cup on to make another cup of tea. So that's my plan for cooking my tea. I'm not having a lot at all. Like I say earlier on, I was trying to explain, I try and eat every couple of hours. So I'm not having a lot because I had that cake and custard. God, that was good. This wouldn't be my first choice of meat, but out like this just keeps so well in the woods. You know, it's in a tin and it's just so easy. You know, you can go put the tin in a stream or something if you're out a few days, but it keeps all right. That's a start. I'm not just having that. Well, there's my tea. This is just why I bring this underlay, so that you don't get your feet on all stuff, so I always try and keep this clean so that when I get out my hammock, if I need to change them into my bed clothes, I'm all clean. Yeah, just a piece of roofing underlay and it makes the world of difference. I think that's half the battle when you're out. Oh, damn it, just spilling my water. It's keeping tidy and clean, and it's half the battle. Morning again. Just woke up and it is 6:54. I've had all little birds scampering up the trunks. I don't know what they were, but just going up vertically up that one and then going up another one. I know I'll go on about it, but the relaxation is just on a totally different level when you're out. When you wake up somewhere like this, different than being on a campsite with people and kids and cars. And I was going to sit out there in my chair for my breakfast, but I've got the sun coming through these trees there and all the birds, and it's lovely. So I'm on Activia, rhubarb, this poor cup, it's been used for making my tea, boiling water, brushing my teeth, keeping my teeth in. Now breakfast, and then if you can see them, grapes and strawberries. I'm going. It's a grand morning. I'm just coming for a bit of a stroll. Look at that. I think it's a slug eating another dead slug. I was once watching a documentary on telly where they had this, I think it was a dead rhinoceros or something, and they'd hidden all cameras all around it. No, it was an elephant, I think, a dead elephant, and they'd hidden all cameras all around it. And anyway, these hyenas eventually came, and all of a sudden one hyena, it said and half its body straight up the dead animal's bottom, because it was the easiest way to get into the animal to all the flesh. Anyway, it was a documentary on BBC, and they filmed this animal over months, and it was amazing all the animals what came to eat from it and the animals it managed to sustain. And at the end there was only like a skeleton left, but it was absolutely amazing. There's a woodpecker in the distance. That's that stick there. When I walked up here last night, I just thought it looked like a face watching me. You can just see the two eye sockets. Well, it looked like an head. You can see the eye sockets and the nose, but it quickly disappears. It's either watching out for me to get me, or it's watching to protect me. I did feel like bringing a film with me, and I thought about, should I watch Dog Soldiers? If anybody's ever seen that. That'd have been interesting to watch laid in my hammock last night. I'm just stood at the side of the railway tracks on a bend, and it's amazing to see the elevation of the far track compared to the one at this side. I knew they were higher, but I never realised they were so much higher. It's like this. There's a bloody great big shovel here. Look at this. Look at this for an handle. That must be 2 foot by 18 inches. If you're watching this, James, it's Ridge Monkey time. Just to show you, I brought some little ice packs. You know, I've got them in me food bags. I left my house yesterday morning about 7:30. I've been out all day yesterday, all night, and it's 11:45 now, the following day. Still got ice in. They're brilliant for just keeping your food. Right, so I'm getting ready to make my dinner. Got my little stove ready. Some lettuce. Cheesy bread bun. Some cheese. A burger. Pineapple, apple and carrot smoothie. Some tomato and mozzarella pan fried gnocchi, or yeah, that. With some peri-peri, lemon, no, with some lemon and black pepper, peri-peri sauce, some cucumber and a big tomato. Big tomato, look. I've left my pan lifter at home. It's in another cook set. So all I've got is these, and because it's got teeth, it chews my burger to bits, look. I could toast that, but I'm not going to do. This is one reason you can't help but be prepared. I was getting something out my bag and I pressed down on my underquilt and I've snapped my toggle off, and if I don't get my toggle back on, when I lay in here tonight I'll just be cold, because the cold air comes underneath and whisks away the heat, sucks it away from you. Good job I always bring a little sewing kit. It's back on. It's not pretty, but I knotted it, went through 3 times, 2, 3, and then put it through, then went round the back and wrapped it to nip it tight. I've then gone back through and sewed through myself a loop to knot it off. I don't know if I explained that very well, but I'm good to go again. I know it might not sound much, but not having that toggle on is a game changer for me, because what happens is you lay in your sleeping bag and when you laid on it, you thicken all the insulation in your sleeping bag on the back, so you don't have a thickness of insulation there to retain your body heat. And if you don't have the quilt on, any heat what you make underneath, the wind comes underneath, grabs hold of that heat and takes it away with it, so you stay cold. So an underquilt is an absolute game changer. It's that big a difference. So without having that toggle on, the wind tonight, the cold air, had just come on the underquilt and my back would have felt like it was lying in a fridge. It really is that much of a difference. So I'm just so pleased I carry a little sewing kit, and the only reason I carry that is for my toggles. I'm going to have a mooch to a puddle down there. I'm going to see if I can show you what lives in it. Let's wait till we get there. Right, here we are. It's not those ripples what you can see darting on the top. Can you see it there? It's a newt. There's another one. Oh! God, it just went and buried in the mud. There's another one. And there's a slug eating a dead one. You can see where the deer have been. That big thing there. There's a newt under it. See if it moves. That was a pretty little thing. Back to the newt and the wiggly worm thing. The newt's still there. Leave him in peace. And there's another one. Just hang on. There's two. Those blood and custard coaches always look lovely together. But lovely from the driver to give us an acknowledgement. Right, I'm going to sort my tea out, and it's what I've got left. I'm going to chop up some bacon fried grilled thing. Got some coconut lemongrass sauce. Got some sweet chilli and lime rice. Whether those two go together, they are going together. And I've got them left, which I'm going to fry up. I can 100% recommend this. It is so full of flavour. It is really, really nice. The best thing is it don't take long to cook, which is what you want. And the hot and filling. Right, so we go. I don't want to waste my water, what this custard's in, because I can use it for washing up. So my cup, I need my cup so I can make a cup of tea. A moment. Oh, that's hot. Oh. A lemon drizzle cake from yesterday. Oh. Warm lemon drizzle cake from yesterday. I'm just trying to see if I can get into a valley. There's a valley over the other side of them trees. It looks lovely. So I'm just going to see, have a... It might not be lovely, it looks lovely from a distance. I don't know if you can get over to it or not. Don't know, let's have a look. You see them two trees there? Look, like a letter S. I found a way across into Pifflehead Wood. So I'm just making my way across there now. That's that way. That's that way. You can see why the trees grow over. Look at the length of the trees and just the thickness of the roots. God, what a beautiful wood. Just look at all these which are down. I couldn't put my hammock up in here. We call these widow makers, all these leaning trees. You just don't know where they're going to fall or when. I just took all the fence with it, look. There's all the fence up there in the sky. Just look at that. This is what it looks like in the woods behind me. Let me turn my lantern off. Yeah, there's nothing creeping up. Morning. It's 6:30. I've just woke up. I haven't had a wash or brush my teeth yet or anything. Just come out to see what kind of morning we're on. Well, I'm packing up now. Got my breakfast. Strawberry, blackberry, raspberry and apple smoothie. Some grapes and strawberries. Well, we're all packed again. There's all my rubbish in that white bag. It's been really, really good. I hope you've enjoyed this video and enjoyed sharing a couple of days with me. I'm going to get packed and I'm going to get home, and I will no doubt see you again. Thank you very much for watching.